99% of women won't resist when you master the subtle art of attraction, because attraction isn't about luck, it's about understanding psychology. The Stoics mastered the human mind by observing, reflecting, and knowing how to act with intention. Today, we're diving into the psychological triggers that make women naturally drawn to you. These aren't gimmicks, they're proven ways to create irresistible chemistry. Stay until the end because every chapter builds on the last, taking your connection skills to a whole new level. Like, comment, and subscribe, and if you've ever tested these techniques, share your story below. Chapter 1. Have a relaxed vibe. Creating a relaxed, easygoing energy is one of the most magnetic traits you can cultivate. Women are incredibly attuned to the energy around them, and nothing is more off-putting than desperation or over-eagerness. A calm, composed demeanor signals confidence and emotional stability, two traits women instinctively crave in a partner. It's not just about what you say or do, it's about how you carry yourself and the unspoken signals you send through your body language, tone, and presence. Relaxation isn't about being passive, it's about exuding an aura of comfort that puts her at ease. Imagine walking into a room with a confident stride, maintaining soft but direct eye contact and letting your tone convey calm assurance. This kind of presence makes you magnetic because it communicates that you're in control of yourself and the situation. Women are naturally drawn to men who can maintain composure under pressure, as it signals emotional strength and reliability. When she feels your relaxed energy, it creates a sense of safety and intrigue, encouraging her to open up emotionally and physically. The ability to stay calm and grounded in social situations is a skill that can be cultivated with practice. Female psychology reveals that women mirror the emotions of those around them. If you're stressed, overly intense, or trying too hard to impress, she'll pick up on that energy and likely withdraw. Conversely, when you radiate calmness and ease, she'll reflect that energy back, feeling more comfortable and connected to you. This mirroring effect is a subconscious process, but it's incredibly powerful in building rapport and attraction. Techniques like deep breathing, maintaining a steady posture, and slowing down your speech can work wonders in creating this relaxed vibe. For example, before entering a social setting, take a moment to inhale deeply and exhale slowly. This simple practice helps lower your heart rate, centers your thoughts, and keeps you present in the moment. When speaking, avoid rushing through your words. Instead, let your sentences flow naturally with pauses where needed. A relaxed tone of voice paired with natural, unforced smiles communicates confidence and warmth, making her feel at ease in your presence. Another key to projecting a relaxed vibe is detachment from the outcome. This doesn't mean you're indifferent to her or the interaction, but that you're not fixated on impressing her or getting a specific result. This level of emotional independence is incredibly attractive because it shows you're not needy or dependent on external validation. Women are drawn to men who have their own sense of purpose and self-worth, independent of any particular interaction. By focusing on enjoying the moment rather than worrying about what she thinks, you naturally project a sense of ease and confidence. Consider how an alpha man operates in social settings. He understands that less is more. Instead of dominating the conversation or trying to prove himself, he listens attentively, speaks with intention, and allows pauses in the dialogue. This creates a sense of mystery and intrigue, encouraging her to lean in, both literally and metaphorically. When you're not overloading her with information or trying to fill every silence, you give her space to invest in the interaction, which deepens her attraction to you. Body language also plays a crucial role in creating a relaxed vibe. Stand tall with your shoulders back and your weight evenly distributed. Avoid fidgeting or making overly dramatic gestures, as these can signal nervousness or insecurity. Instead, keep your movement slow and deliberate. When sitting, lean back slightly and maintain open, inviting body language. Crossing your arms or appearing closed off can unintentionally communicate disinterest or defensiveness, so stay aware of the signals you're sending. Your relaxed vibe extends beyond physical cues to how you handle challenges or interruptions. For instance, if the conversation takes an unexpected turn or there's an awkward moment, don't panic or overreact. Instead, use humor or a calm acknowledgement to navigate the situation gracefully. This demonstrates emotional maturity and adaptability, traits that women find deeply appealing. Your ability to stay composed under pressure sets you apart as someone who can handle life's ups and downs with poise. Finally, cultivating a relaxed vibe is about consistency. It's not just something you turn on during social interactions, it's a mindset you adopt in your daily life. Practice mindfulness, prioritize self-care, and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you're genuinely happy and at peace with yourself, it naturally reflects in your demeanor. People, including women, are drawn to those who radiate positivity and self-assuredness. In summary, having a relaxed vibe isn't about being passive or disengaged. It's about creating an energy that feels grounded, confident, and inviting. When you cultivate this kind of presence, you not only attract women, but also create deeper, more meaningful connections. Your calm composure signals that you're someone worth knowing, someone who brings stability, intrigue, and warmth into any interaction. By embodying this energy, you set the stage for authentic attraction and connection that goes far beyond surface-level charm. Chapter 2: Flip the Script. Women love a playful challenge, and flipping the script, letting her feel like the initiator, is one of the most effective ways to engage her interest. This isn't about manipulation, it's about reframing the interaction to make her feel in control of her own attraction to you. When done correctly, it shifts the dynamic in a way that keeps the interaction fresh, exciting, and filled with mutual respect. At its core, flipping the script is about breaking away from traditional roles in courtship. Many women are accustomed to being the ones pursued, with men trying to impress or win them over. By flipping this dynamic, you present yourself as different, confident, and self-assured. Instead of chasing her, you create a space where she begins to invest in the interaction, subtly encouraging her to step into a more active role. Subtle humor and playful teasing are your tools here. These are not only disarming, but also make the interaction feel lighthearted and engaging. For example, if she compliments you, don't just graciously accept it or reciprocate right away. Instead, respond with a playful remark, like, "Careful, you're starting to sound like you're into me." This light-hearted reversal shifts the dynamic, positioning you as the one being pursued. It's a simple yet effective way to make her laugh and think, while simultaneously communicating that you're not easily won over. Psychologically, this approach taps into a fundamental truth: people value what they feel they've earned. Women are no exception. When she feels like she's putting in effort to win you over, her sense of attraction and investment grows stronger. This dynamic creates a positive feedback loop, where her actions to impress you deepen her interest and commitment. It's important to note that this doesn't mean playing hard to get or being disingenuous. Flipping the script is not about withholding affection or being dismissive. It's about showing that you value yourself enough to not chase someone's approval. Confidence is the key here, and it's one of the most inherently attractive traits you can display. When you demonstrate that you're secure in yourself, it naturally draws others toward you. Confidence is further amplified when you subtly invite her to take initiative in the interaction. For instance, instead of being the one to suggest a follow-up date or conversation, you might say something like, "You seem like you know all the best spots in town. What would you recommend we check out next?" This puts the ball in her court, while still being playful and engaging. Another critical aspect of flipping the script is understanding the power of pacing. Don't rush the interaction or reveal all your feelings at once. By maintaining a sense of mystery and self-assured patience, you create a magnetic pull. The more she wonders about where she stands with you, the more likely she is to take actions that reveal her own interest. This dynamic works because it keeps the interaction balanced, with both people investing equally in the connection. The beauty of this approach lies in its authenticity. When you're genuinely confident, playful, and secure in yourself, flipping the script becomes a natural extension of your personality rather than a strategy. You're not pretending to be someone you're not or trying to manipulate her. You're simply creating an environment where attraction can flourish on equal footing. Finally, flipping the script sends a strong message: you respect her independence and individuality. By allowing her to step into the role of the initiator, even momentarily, you communicate that you see her as a capable and equal partner in the interaction. This mutual respect builds a foundation for deeper connections and more meaningful interactions, whether in the short term or for the long haul. So, remember, flipping the script is about empowerment, confidence, and creating a dynamic that feels exciting and fresh. It's not about playing games, but about inviting her to join you in a dance of mutual intrigue and connection. When done with authenticity and a sense of fun, it's a surefire way to ignite attraction and keep her coming back for more. Chapter 3. Pick up on nonverbal cues. Women often communicate more through body language than words, and being able to interpret these subtle signals can set you apart from the crowd. The way she moves, the gestures she makes, and the physical space she creates are all powerful indicators of her comfort, interest, and emotional state. By honing your ability to pick up on these cues, you can create a deeper connection and build an attraction that feels natural and compelling. Pay attention to the small, seemingly insignificant movements she makes during your interactions. For example, touching her hair, licking her lips, or leaning in slightly can all be signs of interest and attraction. These gestures often occur subconsciously, revealing her true feelings without her needing to verbalize them. Similarly, mirroring your movements, whether it's crossing her legs after you do or adopting a similar posture, indicates a level of comfort and rapport. Understanding and responding to these nonverbal cues requires a mix of observation and intuition. For instance, if she lightly touches your arm while laughing at your joke, it's a clear signal that she feels comfortable with you. In this case, you can confidently escalate physical contact by gently placing your hand on hers or moving slightly closer. On the other hand, if her body language is more closed off, such as crossing her arms, leaning away, or avoiding eye contact, it's a cue to take a step back and focus on making her feel at ease. Female psychology underscores the importance of being seen and understood. Women are drawn to men who can pick up on their emotional and physical states without needing explicit explanations. When you notice and respond to her nonverbal cues, you're showing that you're paying attention to her on a deeper level. This attentiveness not only builds trust, but also fosters a sense of emotional intimacy, making her feel safe and valued in your presence. To master the art of reading body language, practice being fully present in your interactions. Avoid distractions like checking your phone or letting your mind wander during the conversation. Instead, focus on her tone of voice, facial expressions, and the way she positions her body. For example, if her voice softens, her pupils dilate, or she maintains prolonged eye contact, these are subtle yet powerful indicators of interest. Conversely, if she appears tense, avoids eye contact, or frequently shifts away, it may signal discomfort or disinterest. Responding appropriately to these signals is key to creating a smooth and natural progression in your interactions. If she leans in closer during a conversation, you can subtly close the distance between you as well, creating a sense of intimacy. If she mirrors your actions, use this as an opportunity to deepen the connection by introducing light, playful touches or leaning in slightly during a pause in the conversation. Each of these actions should feel organic and unforced, aligning with the flow of your interaction. Nonverbal communication also provides an opportunity to test and gauge her boundaries. For instance, lightly brushing her hand or gently placing your hand on her lower back as you guide her through a doorway can offer insights into her level of comfort. If she responds positively, such as smiling, maintaining proximity, or reciprocating the touch, you can continue to build on that foundation. However, if she seems hesitant or pulls back, respect her space and focus on strengthening the emotional connection before trying again. It's important to remember that reading nonverbal cues is a skill that requires practice and patience. Avoid overanalyzing every gesture or falling into the trap of interpreting mixed signals as definite signs of attraction. Instead, look for patterns and consistency in her behavior. For example, if she repeatedly touches her hair, tilts her head while listening, or positions her body toward you, these are likely indicators of genuine interest. Another critical aspect of nonverbal communication is the energy you bring to the interaction. Women are highly attuned to the emotional and physical vibe of a conversation. By maintaining relaxed, open body language and exuding confidence, you create an inviting atmosphere that encourages her to open up and express herself more freely. Your own nonverbal cues, such as a warm smile, steady eye contact, and a calm demeanor, can significantly influence how comfortable and attracted she feels in your presence. The beauty of nonverbal communication lies in its subtlety and universality. These cues transcend words, allowing you to connect with her on a more instinctual level. For instance, during a moment of shared laughter, a brief touch on her hand or a gentle nod of understanding can convey more than words ever could. These gestures communicate empathy, interest, and a desire to bridge the emotional gap between you. Ultimately, mastering nonverbal communication is about creating a dynamic where she feels understood and valued without needing to explicitly articulate her feelings. This attentiveness not only strengthens the bond between you but also sets the stage for deeper intimacy and trust. When a woman senses that you're in tune with her unspoken emotions and needs, she feels drawn to you in a way that's both profound and lasting. By being present, observant, and respectful of her cues, you demonstrate a level of emotional intelligence that's inherently attractive. This skill not only helps you navigate the nuances of attraction, but also lays the groundwork for meaningful, authentic connections that go beyond the surface. Chapter 4. Use the triangle gaze. The triangle gaze is a masterful tool for building tension and sparking anticipation in a way that feels natural and captivating. This technique involves subtly alternating your focus between her eyes and lips during a conversation. It's a nonverbal cue that blends trust, emotional connection, and the promise of intimacy, creating a moment charged with potential. Why does this work so effectively? Female psychology highlights that subtlety and suggestion often carry more weight than overt actions. The eyes are the windows to trust and emotional safety, while the lips symbolize intimacy and desire. By shifting your gaze between these two focal points, you signal that you're attuned to her presence while subtly hinting at romantic or physical interest. This duality of connection and tension keeps her intrigued and engaged, amplifying the chemistry between you. Start with her eyes, maintaining steady but relaxed eye contact. This sets the stage for trust and rapport. As the conversation flows, let your gaze briefly flicker to her lips before returning to her eyes. The transition should be smooth and natural, lasting no more than a second or two. If done correctly, this fleeting glance can ignite a spark of curiosity and excitement in her mind. She'll wonder if you're thinking about kissing her, a thought that heightens her anticipation and attraction. The triangle gaze works best when combined with other elements of your interaction. For instance, a slight pause in the conversation, paired with a playful or knowing smile, adds depth to the moment. The pause itself creates a microsecond of stillness, amplifying the tension and giving her time to process the subtle shift in your demeanor. Similarly, leaning in just slightly, not enough to invade her space, but enough to signal your interest, can enhance the effect. This technique is rooted in a primal aspect of human attraction, anticipation. Female psychology shows that desire often thrives on the what-if moments. The triangle gaze plays into this dynamic by leaving just enough to the imagination, making her more drawn to you. It's not about being obvious, it's about creating a scenario where the possibility of a kiss lingers in the air, unspoken but unmistakable. The key to mastering the triangle gaze lies in your timing and subtlety. Avoid overdoing it or staring too intensely at her lips, as this can make the interaction feel awkward or forced. Instead, think of it as a natural rhythm, an ebb and flow of connection that mirrors the energy of your conversation. If the mood is light and playful, pair the triangle gaze with a teasing remark or a laugh. If the moment feels deeper and more intimate, let your gaze linger a fraction longer, signaling your seriousness without breaking the natural flow. Body language plays a crucial role in amplifying the effects of the triangle gaze. Keep your posture open and relaxed, and ensure your movements are deliberate yet unhurried. For example, leaning in slightly while holding eye contact or brushing your fingers against hers can add layers of intrigue. These small gestures work in tandem with the triangle gaze to create an immersive and magnetic experience. It's also important to read her cues and adjust accordingly. If she mirrors your actions by glancing at your lips or holding your gaze for longer, these are strong signs that she's reciprocating your interest. However, if she seems distracted or pulls back slightly, take it as a signal to ease off and let the moment unfold naturally. Respect for her comfort and boundaries is essential to creating genuine connection. One of the most fascinating aspects of the triangle gaze is its versatility. It can be used in various settings, whether you're on a first date, sitting across from each other at dinner, or enjoying a quiet moment together. The effect is the same. It draws her into the moment, making her feel like she's the center of your attention. This feeling of exclusivity is incredibly powerful, as women are deeply attracted to men who make them feel seen and desired. Additionally, the triangle gaze can act as a litmus test for gauging her interest and readiness for physical intimacy. If she responds positively, leaning in, smiling, or even returning the gesture, it's a green light to move closer and deepen the connection. This subtle interplay of nonverbal cues creates a sense of mutual understanding, making the progression to a kiss or other forms of intimacy feel natural and unforced. As you incorporate the triangle gaze into your interactions, remember that its power lies in its simplicity. This isn't about creating a dramatic or overly intense moment, but about using small, intentional actions to build a foundation of trust, desire, and anticipation. When executed with confidence and awareness, the triangle gaze transforms ordinary conversations into charged, memorable experiences that deepen your connection and leave her wanting more. In the end, the triangle gaze is more than just a technique. It's an art form that requires finesse, patience, and emotional intelligence. By mastering this skill, you create moments that linger in her mind long after they've passed, making her more eager to explore the possibilities of your connection. Chapter 5. Get closer when she's talking. Physical proximity, when used skillfully, is one of the most subtle yet impactful ways to build intimacy. During conversations, leaning in or closing the physical gap between you isn't just about getting closer in a literal sense. It's a non-verbal way of showing engagement, interest, and confidence. This gradual approach creates a dynamic where she feels your focus and attention, deepening the connection between you. As she speaks, start by subtly leaning in or shifting closer, ensuring your movement feels natural and unforced. This isn't about rushing into her personal space, but rather about creating a gradual progression of closeness. For example, if you're sitting together, angling your body slightly toward hers or resting your hand on a nearby surface can signal your intent to connect. Standing? Position yourself so the distance between you shortens, but still respects her comfort zone. Female psychology emphasizes the significance of these small, seemingly insignificant gestures. Women are naturally attuned to body language and tend to interpret proximity as a sign of interest and attentiveness. When done correctly, Closing the gap communicates warmth and confidence, two traits that are incredibly attractive. However, timing and context are critical. Moving too quickly or aggressively can have the opposite effect, making her feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed. The magic lies in her reaction. If she maintains her position or leans in closer, she's signaling comfort and attraction. These cues are green lights that you can build upon to enhance the intimacy between you. For example, if she's talking passionately about a topic, leaning in slightly can show you're genuinely invested in what she's saying. Should she reciprocate by mirroring your movement or holding your gaze, the moment becomes a shared, silent acknowledgement of mutual interest. On the flip side, if she pulls away or shifts her position, it's essential to respect her space and ease back without making it a big deal. Reacting calmly in such situations shows emotional intelligence and an understanding of boundaries. Importantly, it doesn't mean you've lost the opportunity. Sometimes, women simply need more time to feel comfortable. Your patience in these moments can be equally attractive as your initial approach. Beyond the physical act, proximity also creates an intimate bubble around the two of you. By leaning in, lowering your voice slightly, or matching her tone, you create a shared sense of privacy that feels personal and exclusive. This subtle shift in dynamics transforms a regular conversation into something more meaningful. She begins to associate your presence with feelings of closeness, trust, and emotional safety. Consider the psychology at play. Physical closeness taps into deeply ingrained instincts. It signals protection, attention, and care, qualities women instinctively seek in a partner. By bridging the physical gap in a way that's organic and respectful, you create an environment where she feels understood and valued. This builds an emotional bond that goes beyond words. The context of the conversation matters as well. If she's sharing something personal or meaningful, leaning in closer underscores your empathy and attentiveness. Conversely, if the discussion is light-hearted or playful, proximity can add a flirtatious energy that enhances the moment. Tailoring your approach to the mood and topic at hand ensures the interaction feels authentic and natural. As you close the distance, pay attention to more than just her physical reactions. Watch for subtle shifts in her tone, expressions, or energy. Is she smiling more, holding your gaze, or playing with her hair? These are all signs of growing attraction and comfort. Responding to these cues not only strengthens the connection, but also shows her you're attuned to her feelings and reactions. Creating this bubble of intimacy during conversations also lays the groundwork for future physical connection. When she associates your proximity with warmth and emotional safety, she's more likely to welcome further closeness later on. These moments become part of the foundation that deepens her trust and attraction over time. Ultimately, getting closer while she's talking is about more than just physical distance. It's about cultivating an environment of emotional connection, attentiveness, and respect. By leaning in at the right moments, respecting her space when needed, and responding to her cues with patience and care, you create a dynamic where she feels truly seen and valued. This not only enhances the immediate interaction, but also leaves a lasting impression, making her eager to spend more time in your company. Chapter 6: The First Kiss. The first kiss is often a pivotal moment in any budding relationship, a point where chemistry and connection converge. Confidence is your greatest ally in making this experience unforgettable. This is not the time for verbal requests or hesitations. Instead, let the moment build naturally, guided by the cues and signals you've both been sharing. By the time the kiss happens, the foundation of physical and emotional closeness should already be in place. Before leaning in for that first kiss, establish a baseline of physical contact. This could mean touching her hand during a conversation, brushing her hair gently to one side, or letting your fingers lightly graze hers. These gestures not only create a sense of closeness, but also signal your intentions in a subtle and nonverbal way. The goal is to set the stage so the kiss feels like a natural next step rather than an abrupt move. Female psychology reveals that women are deeply attuned to confidence and decisiveness. A hesitant or overly cautious approach can disrupt the moment and make her question the connection. On the other hand, a bold yet considerate action amplifies attraction. It's essential to project self-assurance without appearing aggressive. This balance is what makes the first kiss exciting, memorable, and comfortable. Pay close attention to her body language. Non-verbal cues like prolonged eye contact, a soft smile, or her leaning in slightly are green lights that indicate she's ready. If she's touching her lips, tilting her head toward you, or playing with her hair, these subtle signals often mean she's anticipating the moment. However, if her posture becomes rigid, she pulls away, or she avoids eye contact, it might be a sign that she needs more time. Reading and respecting these cues is vital. The setting plays a significant role in creating the right atmosphere for a first kiss. Whether it's under the soft glow of a street lamp, in the intimacy of her living room, or during a quiet moment on a park bench, the surroundings should feel comfortable and private enough to foster intimacy. A chaotic or overly public environment can detract from the magic of the moment, so choose your timing and location wisely. When the moment feels right, lean in with confidence. Start slowly to gauge her reaction. If she reciprocates by leaning in or closing her eyes, you've got the go-ahead. Avoid rushing or diving in too aggressively. Instead, let the kiss unfold naturally, maintaining a gentle and mutual rhythm. The first kiss is less about intensity and more about connection. It's the foundation for building intimacy. The key to making this moment unforgettable is to stay present and focused. Resist the urge to overthink or second-guess yourself. Let the chemistry you've built guide your actions. Once the kiss begins, be attentive to her responses. Does she lean in closer, deepen the kiss, or place her hand on you? These are all positive signs that she's fully engaged. On the other hand, if she pulls back slightly or seems unsure, give her space and adjust your approach. Alphas understand that the first kiss isn't just about physical attraction, it's an emotional exchange that solidifies trust and desire. By being attuned to her comfort and needs, you make her feel valued and respected. This attentiveness not only elevates the experience, but also leaves her with a lasting impression of your confidence, sensitivity, and ability to connect on a deeper level. Finally, after the kiss, let the moment linger without rushing to fill the silence. A shared smile, a soft laugh, or even a warm comment like, "I've been waiting to do that," can enhance the connection and set the tone for what comes next. Whether it leads to more intimacy or simply deepens the emotional bond, the first kiss is an opportunity to solidify the foundation of your relationship. By mastering the art of the first kiss with a blend of confidence, patience, and attentiveness, you create an experience that resonates with her on both physical and emotional levels. It's these carefully crafted moments that leave her eager to explore the depths of your connection further. Chapter 7. Escalate intimacy smoothly. Once physical contact is established, escalating intimacy requires a blend of confidence, patience, and emotional attunement. Whether you're sitting close on the couch, standing in a quiet corner, or sharing a moment under the stars, the key is to let the progression feel natural and unforced. The foundation of this process lies in mutual comfort and the ability to read her signals effectively. Female psychology highlights the importance of emotional alignment during intimacy. This means being attuned to her verbal cues, non-verbal body language, and overall energy. For instance, if she maintains eye contact, touches your arm, or leans in closer, these are signs of receptiveness. On the other hand, hesitation or pulling back might signal a need for more time or reassurance. The ability to adjust your approach in response to these cues is what separates a man who creates memorable moments from one who missteps. Start by reinforcing the connection through subtle but meaningful gestures. This could include lightly brushing her hand, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear, or softly resting your hand on her back. These small actions can create a sense of closeness and signal your intentions without overwhelming her. As she becomes more comfortable, gradually increase the intensity of your physical contact, perhaps by leaning in slightly closer, tracing gentle patterns with your fingertips, or holding her gaze for a few seconds longer than usual. The pace of escalation is crucial. Moving too quickly can break the spell, making her feel rushed or pressured. Conversely, moving too slowly might cause the moment to lose its spark. Striking the right balance involves staying present and attentive. If she reciprocates your gestures and leans into the moment, it's a clear green light to deepen the intimacy. On the other hand, if she seems hesitant, give her space and let her set the rhythm. This approach not only builds trust, but also ensures that the experience is equally enjoyable for both of you. Psychologically, the smooth escalation of intimacy is closely tied to creating a sense of security and excitement. Women thrive in environments where they feel both understood and desired. Your ability to maintain a calm, confident demeanor while responding to her needs enhances this dynamic. It reassures her that you're not only in control of your emotions, but also deeply invested in her comfort and happiness. When the moment feels right to take things further, let your actions speak louder than words. A shared gaze, a soft touch, or a slow lean-in can communicate your intentions far more effectively than verbalizing them. Once intimacy reaches a new level, continue to remain attentive to her responses. Whether it's adjusting your pace, asking if she's comfortable, or pausing to savor the moment, these small considerations show that you're genuinely invested in her experience. Alphas understand that intimacy is not just about physical closeness, it's about creating a shared emotional journey. They approach each step with intention, ensuring that every moment feels organic, meaningful, and deeply connected. This ability to navigate intimacy with finesse leaves a lasting impression, making her associate the experience with trust, excitement, and unparalleled emotional depth. By mastering the art of escalating intimacy smoothly, you cultivate a relationship built on mutual respect, understanding, and passion. This approach not only enhances your connection in the present, but also lays the foundation for deeper trust and attraction in the long run. Mastering these techniques isn't about playing games, it's about understanding female psychology and creating genuine, meaningful connections. When you embody confidence, attentiveness, and emotional intelligence, you naturally become the man women find irresistible. Remember, the key lies in authenticity. Women are drawn to men who are real, respectful, and intentional in their actions. By practicing these principles, you're not just improving your relationships, you're becoming a better version of yourself. If you found value in this episode, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Stay tuned, because in the next episode, we'll dive even deeper into unlocking the secrets of female psychology. Until then, keep growing, keep learning, and always approach with respect and confidence. See you next time.